How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff, not just Jujutsu Kaisen. We cover plenty of manga on the channel, so stick around, check it out, see if anything else catches your interest. Anyway, getting into chapter 168, this was dope. This was awesome. Megami, you're coming through. We're doing what we gotta do. We're not taking anybody's shit. That's what I like to see. So getting into it, we had at the very end of last chapter something I completely forgot to mention in the review, was this eyeball that started falling down, and then there was this big flash. Couldn't really tell if it was going to be like a flashbang or like a full explosion. Turns out it is a full explosion, and it almost seems like a directed explosion. I don't know if possibly the direction the eye was looking is the direction it explodes in, but if you go back and look, it really doesn't seem like a typical explosion that is omnidirectional. No, it really did seem to kind of blow up and just like straight towards Megami. It was kind of weird almost. But anyway, we figure out that this eyeball came from a guy that I am going to be referring to as Trailer Park Timmy, because this dude looks like a crackhead out of the trailer park, let's be entirely honest. Just, he does, okay? Anyway, yeah, we can see that he pulled his own eyeball out. You also gotta have, like, crackhead levels of pain tolerance to do what this guy's doing. I assume his curse technique allows him to take a body part and then jettison it and make it explode. Well, I mean, he doesn't jettison it. He takes it out of his own body and then throws it and then can make it explode. I'm sure there's more details to this technique than this. But yeah, we also see him up there literally taking his teeth out after he made his eye explode. And he said, like, did he die? We also find out his actual name is Hazanoki Iori, and he has 35 points, I believe it was. So yeah, he just tossed his eye down there and let it blow up to try to take Megami out. The explosion looks pretty violent, and we actually have Reggie just like ducking down behind the little barrier behind, well, on the edge of the building. I don't know, the barrier, whatever. Anyway, railing? Words are hard. Anyway, Reggie, he just like ducks behind this thing. He's like, oh! I feel like that's how Reggie's gonna talk. He's gonna have that like, oh! type. Reggie's gonna be annoying. I guarantee he's not gonna have like a typical talking pattern. It's gonna be very flamboyant, and yeah, I don't know. Reggie's gonna be an interesting character. We also figure out at some point in this chapter that his full name is Reggie Star, and I believe it said he had 41 points, but don't quote me on that. So Megami is able to get away from this explosion. He's yelling at Remy. Trailer Park Timmy hops down from the roof onto the level that they're all on. Reggie actually throws 2 receipts, tags, whatever, off of his shirt, I guess, and they have gasoline on them. Throws those through this, like, smoke cloud at Megami. Megami notices the smell, notices that it's gasoline. This is when Trailer Park Timmy throws his teeth, which we saw in the first panel with him, where he had his tooth and you could hear the little sound saying crack. So yeah, throws the teeth. Those also ended up exploding, so explosion, fire, gasoline just kind of makes it worse. Yeah, Megami ends up bursting into a room and using the door as cover at the last second. Apparently, Megami also dragged Remy into the room with him, and he's looking at her on the ground like, do you understand? Do you get it? They say they'll protect you, they'll say all this stuff, but look at that. They're trying to blow me up just because I'm right next to you, and they don't care that you're there. They'll blow you up too just for being there. They don't give a crap about you. Do you get it, stupid? So yeah, he turns around, and then all of a sudden, Remy literally just stabs him in the back. Well, it was kind of the side, but he was turned around, so yeah, close enough. Stabbed him in the back, whatever. This really does nothing to Megami. It's just a little panel where his face just changes a slight expression, and more than the pain of being stabbed, it's more of a, okay, I am done. Like, it really, this did nothing to Megami. Now, I'm sure a stab wound is not a positive thing, but yeah, he's shrugging this off like it's nothing. Remy is basically a non-factor in this fight. So Remy's looking up at Megami like, fine, then you tell me what he said, what Reggie told me, that he would protect me, that he loves me, and she is going like full psycho mode, okay? This girl is psycho. She is messed up in the head, she is clingy, she is needy, she got problems, okay? This girl is a nutcase. She is trying to put a square peg in a round hole, and things just are not working in Remy's life. Honestly, Megami, she stabs you in the back. Just Get it? I've been saying this. Just take her out. Just kill her. Be done with it. We're going to leave her alone. We're just going to skip past Remy like she's not a thing. We're just going to start ignoring her like she doesn't exist. How about we'll just treat it like that? We'll try that from now on. Yeah, the guy that Megami threw over the side and had Nue body slam into the ground from like 8 stories up or whatever. Yeah, he's back, and he mentions that it was a pain to climb back up here. Megami just makes the quick comment like, use the stairs, you Neanderthal. The whole time he's talking about all this, he's going in his head like, okay, this is going to be 4-on-1. This is going to be tough, but we need their points so we can make this rule. And as he's thinking this, the Kogane pops up like, there's a new rule. There's a new rule. Players can now exchange points. Megami's looking down. And before this, he's just like, oh God, this is going to be a pain. Then he hears that. Now remember, the reason Megami was holding back, not using lethal force, not going for the kill and being done with these people, is because the number one priority was getting those first 100 points so we could make that rule. Now that we have that rule, gaining more points is something we need to do, but it's not like every single point matters. We got the rule, we can get a couple points, and then we can share them back and forth between each other, and Sumiki doesn't have to fight for her life. So that gives us time to figure everything else out without her constantly having to put herself in danger. So yeah, Megami gets this news and goes from this is going to be a pain to instant smile on his face and just goes straight at this dude. So this dude's like, what was that rule about? Boom! Starts getting a foot coming straight for his face. He actually is able to block Megami's foot. Megami, however, immediately summons Max Elephant, which Max Elephant's big-ass elephant body just blasts this dude back out of the room, back out of the building, and he's up there in midair like, seriously? He did it again? Are you kidding me right now? Oh, God. As he's thinking this, Megami is already on top of him in midair with something in his hand, and he is just beating this dude's face in midair. Megami switched gears real quick, everybody. I wish he would have done this to Remy, but unfortunately, we're probably going to have to wait for that, and if I had to guess from the way Akutami's handling Remy and her interactions with Megami, I'm going to guess Remy's not going to get that treatment, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Anyway, yeah, beating this dude's face in, and you can't even exactly tell what Megami has in his hand. Like, is he just using a little tiny shank like his dad did against Gojo that one time? Like, what's going on here? Anyway, they fall to the ground. This guy's on his back. Face is jacked up. He's trying to get up. Megami comes over, and we see what Megami has in his hand, and he decides to shove what is in his hand halfway through this man's face, and that thing is a sword. So yeah, Megami straight up just murderized this man by going Maki style and just shoving a sword straight inside of his face. Yeah, we're bringing back the Zenny Massacre, okay? This is what we were waiting for, Megami. This is what we needed. We are a man of our word, and I'm glad to see that. We started talking about that with Remy back quite a few chapters ago at this point. Like, I'm not like Yuji. I'm not afraid to get the points myself. Yada, 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 all this. Good job, buddy. I'm glad to see it's finally coming through. So yeah, Megami's thinking to himself, he's like, what am I doing? Like, okay, no, points are still important, but we have the rule, so Sumiki doesn't have to fight. That's good. I can believe in everybody else to handle everything else. I need to focus on getting past these guys. So I'm putting my efforts towards getting through anything they throw at me. And we get this awesome panel where he's just looking up as these dudes are floating down Mary Poppins style, let me add. But yeah, he's looking up, and the Kogane is just like, Megami Fushiguro has earned 5 points because he murderized your friend. Now get down here. So yeah, like I said, Reggie and Trailer Park Timmy are floating down with umbrellas like straight up Mary Poppins style. I don't know if this has something to do with Reggie's curse technique. I would assume so, because you can't, like, umbrellas don't support that much weight falling down. Anyway, yeah, that was so weird. Trailer Park Timmy is obviously there with him, and he starts spitting more teeth at Megami. And, well, during all of this, Megami's sitting there thinking to himself, like, should I use my domain to get this over quickly? He goes, well, my domain isn't fully completed yet. I can't actually trap people inside of the domain. So if they were to escape and battle continued, then I would have used all of this energy to summon my domain and it would have been useless. So I don't think I should do that. This is when Trailer Park Timmy just starts spitting teeth out, and all of the sudden, a not so familiar but returning face returns finally. Takeba Fumihiko? I think it was. Takeba Fumihiko. Yeah. The comedian dude from chapter 146 that was talking about having a banana in your pocket. Yeah, we also got a huge hint that this guy is going to have Nanami's curse technique. Nanami, of all people, this guy is going to get his curse technique. So yeah, Takeba shows up, and he has this weird, goofy, like, crappy, self-made superhero-looking suit with smiley faces on it and crap. And yeah, he just jumps in front of these teeth, takes the explosion in the face, and is like 2v1. Really? You guys gonna fight like that? You know what they call you? They call people like you cowards. And cowards' attacks are ineffective. Because if you see, I've taken no damage. And he's just sitting there like blood spurting out of his head, running down his face. Obviously, has taken damage. Yeah, Takeba's gonna be really goofy. Like I said, he is a returning character. If you do not recognize him, go back to chapter 146. We have seen him before. Yeah. I don't know what to think. I honestly don't know what to think. I said back then, like, this dude has a lot to live up to if he's going to get Nanami's curse technique. Nanami's up there, buddy. You got a lot to living up to do. And you started with a banana in your pocket joke. Now we're coming out with this goofy crap. Thanks for the help. I mean, thank you. I appreciate you helping out my boy Megami, but what the hell's wrong with I don't know. I have no idea what to think of this man. We're going to see more from him, I assume, next chapter. So, yeah, I guess we're going to wait and see how this goes. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like I said, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. I'm out.